Australia was once a manufacturing nation, and we can be again. Let's use Australia's abundant renewable resources to safeguard existing industries and build industries of the future, delivering thousands of good jobs and billions of dollars to regional Australia. To achieve this bright new future, we need to create renewable energy industrial precincts. Renewable energy industrial precincts are clusters of manufacturers powered by 100% renewable energy. They produce batteries, green steel and green aluminium, green hydrogen, ammonia and critical minerals. They're a home for manufacturers of clean technologies such as wind turbines, electric vehicle chargers, electric buses, mining equipment and more. The future is bright for Australia. By 2050, Australia could be making $333 billion a year in clean exports created in renewable energy industrial precincts. That's 3 times what we earn in fossil fuel exports today. Beyond Zero Emissions has shown that renewable energy industrial precincts in Gladstone, Queensland, and the Hunter Valley in New South Wales will add $13 billion to these regional economies and more than 45,000 ongoing jobs by the year 2032. These will be quality, secure jobs for technicians, tradies, machinery operators, drivers, and more. So let's keep doing what Australia does best and take the next step to a bright new future. Same Australia, same honest work, bright new future.
Our people have been caring for country and protecting sacred places for thousands of years. With the opportunities of clean energy, we can continue to. The First Nations Clean Energy Network will make sure Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander communities are central to the clean energy boom. With affordable, clean power to stay on country and power our homes wherever we live, we can generate First Nations businesses and jobs and be the proud owners of community projects. We'll also form strong partnerships with industry and government, so we're at the table as medium to large-scale projects are developed. We all know we must move to clean energy to address climate change.
My islands, for example, back in the Torres Strait, being lost to rising seas. We need climate action, so this is a really smart thing to do.
We can all play a role in helping to slow climate change just by making different choices about how we produce energy.
This is how much we spend on the power cards. Money down the drain.
There's a lot of sick people too living in these houses. You know, want power and keep their medication cool, keep their place cool as well.
A lot of remote communities right now are being powered by diesel generators. They're extremely expensive to run and to maintain. So we can start to swap these out or supplement these with clean energy, things like solar and wind power.
We will assert our right to consent or not to projects on our country.
Aboriginal people need to be front and centre of these projects, and we can do that. We have the intelligence and the capacity, and we need to be part of the journey right now.
We'd like to encourage all mob to come and join the network, and anybody who'd like to offer support.
It's about building power with our networks by collectivising our voices around the need for clean energy.
I'm on board, get on board, let's invest, let's do this, let's show the nation Australia that we can lead. We need to make this transition right now.
We will make sure clean energy is done the right way, driven by our communities, and developed so it sustains country and culture for generations to come.
From the sun, it shines on the solar light.
The clean energy. It's really good.
If I had solar power, this wouldn't be here.
Hopefully solar will be the future for our communities.
At Diffuse Energy, we make the world's most powerful small wind turbines, and we have a real focus on the Australian telecommunications market, helping them power their remote sites. What's great about telecommunications sites is that they're often up on top of mountains, clear of obstructions for their telecommunications equipment. And what we can do is mount our turbines directly on the towers to work in conjunction with solar panels and batteries. Wind and solar have a very complementary power output. So often when the wind is blowing, the sun isn't shining, and vice versa. A renewable energy industrial precinct would be great for Diffuse Energy because it will allow us to collaborate with like-minded companies, say the solar panel providers and battery providers, to provide turnkey solutions to our customers.
Advanced manufacturing is the unlock key to large-scale growth in the Australian economy post-COVID. We were told a few years ago, when we first started, you couldn't manufacture anymore in Australia. It was too expensive, people were cheaper overseas, why would we use local supplies that can't compete? None of that is true. What advanced manufacturing does is levels up the playing field. It shifts it from scale and cost to smarts and intelligence.
Energy Renaissance is a manufacturer who believes in AMGC's core values, being better, not cheaper. being globally competitive and use our domestic blessings of commodities, add value and turn them into a final product ready for export.
So Energy Renaissance creates and makes lithium-ion batteries using Australian people, resources, technology. We're completely committed to taking Australian minerals, making them into batteries, using for domestic use and export.
This is like the pinnacle of transformation from a commodity to an end product. And today we see the outcome. We're ready-to-go batteries to be launched in industry and domestic sites and store energy.
So Energy Renaissance use a battery management system, which is the brains of a battery, developed right here in Australia by Australia's National Science Agency, CSIRO. It took us years, it cost us millions of dollars, but it was worth every penny. Because unlike other battery management systems, it's designed to be cyber secure. Bad actors can't do anything bad with our batteries. It's also designed to be super accurate, which is increasingly important when you're trading energy for money. We're here in Tomago, 20 minutes from Newcastle, road, rail, port access, all designed to help us export into Southeast Asia countries.
Every manufacturer who creates one job creates a ripple effect on 3.5 other jobs in the industry.
AMGC has helped Energy Renaissance commercialise our platforms by connecting us with the right suppliers at the right time, giving us funding in the early days to accelerate R&D. And as a result, that's helped us crystallise the processes we're going to use, the people we needed, and we've started the recruitment because of them. We'll have been responsible for over 700 direct and indirect jobs right here in Renaissance 1, working 3 shifts a day, and they'll all be from traditional industries moving into clean energy industries.
Now you employ people who come from jobs of the past, extracting fossils for export, to work in the industry for the jobs of the future. And Energy Renaissance looks very good because it is not only demonstrating manufacturing at its best, but it also demonstrates that as a lucky country with a lot of commodities, we can use the commodities and make something smart of it.
There's a real opportunity for greater support in advanced manufacturing in Australia. What we want and what we need are programs that last, long-term programs committed to advanced manufacturing. It pulls all the parties together, like AMGC, something like that lasts not for a few years at a time, for decades at a time.
This is a fantastic story. This is how Australian manufacturing needs to transform overall, and Energy Renaissance sets a prime example.
We need tools that will manage the multi-directional flow of energy and fast-track to a distributed electricity system. And Switched In has the solution. We have solved that challenge with StormCloud. StormCloud securely communicates and orchestrates rooftop solar, batteries, EV chargers, and loads connected at residential, commercial, and industrial sites. By coordinating devices from every corner of the grid, Switched In delivers the flexibility required for the clean energy future that the world needs now. StormCloud lets you make better decisions for a grid that is smarter, more efficient, and more resilient. It combines weather forecasts, grid congestion data, and electricity pricing to take action automatically, like charging batteries when electricity is cheap and discharging them when it's expensive. But that's just the beginning. Our customers use StormCloud to manage asset fleets, operate virtual power plants and microgrids, and deliver innovative grid solutions that reimagine our relationship with energy. Now, with this kind of information at your fingertips and the ability to connect, control, and communicate with every corner of the grid, we're delivering net zero emissions and a clean energy future for all grids. Find out what Switched In can do for you.
The world is changing as it looks to decarbonise. What we offer is a high purity product, a very consistent high purity product at a very competitive price. principally high purity alumina, but also precursor products for LED lighting and lithium-ion battery applications.
The future potential for Alpha HPA really is in our flexibility.
And that is a key differentiator, I think, for our business and ultimately for our customers. Our business is not an R&D business. It is in the business of commercialising a really clever and quite disruptive process technology.
This is the only alumina SX plant in the world.
One of the specific things that has emerged or come as we continue to grow has definitely been a phenomenal off-the-scale can-do attitude from everybody.
What attracted me to working for Alpha was they care about the community, they care about the environment.
One of the things that I really quite like is how we are supportive of each other. You don't necessarily see that in every company. And here we just feel that we are achieving the same goal.
While we are serious about what we do, it is a low-stress environment. It's about team building, it's about professional and personal growth. So our wins are team wins.
They are a group of people who are a perfect blend, I think, of scientist and pragmatist. They understand the importance of the technology inside a commercial context.
That's what gives me energy, working with people that are, focused, but can also have a little bit of fun and, be authentic.
What gets me up each day? The fact that the biggest revolution since the Industrial Revolution has begun. The green energy and green hydrogen revolution. At Sunshine Hydro, we are very proud to be at the very forefront of this revolution. The multi-trillion-dollar scale of this revolution will easily eclipse the scale of the global oil, gas and coal industry. We started our journey in 2016 with the mission to help decarbonise the planet. Our solution is what we call a super hybrid. This combines 100% renewable energy, wind and solar, with pumped hydro, together with electrolysis and liquefaction. Each of our super hybrids will transform renewable energy into firm green energy and green hydrogen at scale. All made possible by our unique proprietary software, ESOP. ESOP has been developed to factor in dynamic variables like weather forecasts, electricity demand and prices, reservoir water levels and hydrogen production, among many others, to optimise the performance and profit of a super hybrid. So what happens when the sun goes down? When the wind isn't blowing? These are the questions that have prevented renewable energy from dominating the global oil, gas and coal industries. Until now. With a super hybrid's powerful software and deep energy storage, we can keep the lights on 24/7, 365 days of the year, in all weather conditions. It's the solution that serves communities, stakeholders, future generations, and the planet alike. Energy costs will fall, jobs will be saved and created, regional areas will be invigorated, ecosystems will be protected, and biodiversity enhanced. New industries that we can't yet comprehend will be built upon the foundations of 24/7 firm green energy. Green steel, green cement, and green aluminium all will become reality. And the best part is that all of this growth does not come at the cost of our most precious asset, and that's the planet. We'd like you to join us in keeping the lights on now, so that we can keep the lights on for generations to come.
Well, Prosperous Solar will provide the opportunity for Aboriginal people to own and to operate businesses in the energy sector, and Aboriginal people will be able to make their own money on their own country.
For me, it all started with my father. He started business at a young age as an electrical contractor, and I followed in his footsteps.
He excelled in everything. He was a very focused young bloke. He did so well at school that he finished his trade, completed his trade within about 3.5 years, a 4-year apprenticeship. And I'm very proud that he became a good tradesman as well.
Learning from my father and being around influential people in business helped me be ready to start DICE. DICE is 100% Aboriginal owned and operated, and we're about creating positive change for all Australians. And we do that by delivering holistic solutions in electrical, smart energy and construction.
We've got builders, we've got sparkies, we've got guys that can do data. Here we want people that enjoy achieving a common goal.
In electrical, we deliver domestic, industrial and commercial services, which essentially means we do everything from a home to a shop to major industrial sites. What we've really enjoyed about the construction division and delivering refurbishment work for government homes is the quality and innovation we've been able to bring.
We are trying to raise the bar in the standard of community housing. We're not only building a house, we're building a home. On this project, Thomas, the tenant, he is actually working on the project from start to the finish.
Well, I really appreciate I've got employment out of DICE, and working with all these guys has been great. So I've gone off the dole and I'm looking forward to more employment.
One of our key focus areas is renewables, especially out in the remote regions, delivering power to the people who need it most.
Ray's an inspiring person. I've seen him speak on numerous occasions and sat on a board with him as well, and he's really focused on his outcomes, and I think that's the really important thing with the work that Ray's doing.
Here in urban areas, energy is obviously an everyday part of all of our lives. It's an expected luxury. In remote regions, these things just aren't out there. So it's off the back of renewable energy projects that we can make a huge difference. We're continuing to grow in numbers and in strength, in quality, but it's our people. They are our major asset.
Been in the industry for probably at least 15 years, and now with DICE I've got a pretty good opportunity to train up the younger generation.
I get the opportunity to put out great work because I get the time to do what I need to do. Come to work with a smile, leave work with a smile.
We take people for what they are, who they are, what they can bring rather than where they come from.
When I come to work each day, I'm excited to get to work, and when I get there, the people are happy. Working in a family business growing up, so I feel like we've recreated that atmosphere.